Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to go over how to solve question 3 from the practice exam 1. Okay, so first thing we do as always is as I'm reading it, we're going to keep track of the pertinent information. So you love going to your local pizzeria every single day, so we're going every day. You always order a pineapple pizza, but they forget the pineapple with probability 1 over 70. I don't like pineapple, so I personally like it on those days. But some people like pineapple pizza. No judgment. A lot of judgment. Um, and so then we're looking at, okay, so after 1 year, so 365 days, right? So I should use 365. What is the probability that they forget pineapple 8 or more times? So we're looking at the probability that they forget 8 or more times. And here we're told that we should use a normal approximation. So let's kind of write these out, kind of to see some of the things we know. So normal approximation, right? Since we're using the normal approximation, I really want to first figure out what my mu is and what my sigma is, right? My expected value and standard deviation. So for that, I need to figure out what my n is and what my p is. So mu is equal to np. Sigma is equal to np1 minus p, all over square root. So n is equal to 365, since we have pizza every day. Apparently we live in Italy, but I think in Italy that'll get angry at you if you put pineapple on it. And then what's the thing we're trying to do? What's the probability? Well, we're told they forget pineapple with probably 1 out of 70. So P is 1 out of 70 that they forget. Because that's what we're trying to calculate, right? That they forget. We're trying to see how much they forget. Now, if this was that they remember, this probability is going to be different, right? You're going to have to look at the converse. So words matter. So you have to make sure that you're understanding the problem correctly. So we have n and p, and that's basically all we need to solve. So what is mu? Mu is np. I guess I can we'll bring these down. And we'll solve there. So this is equal to 365 times 1 over 70. And this, I would say, just plug into a calculator. It's going to be nasty otherwise. And we get 5.214285742857428571. Basically, this part repeats forever and ever, I think. And this bottom part, well, we get the square root of mu times 1 minus p. So we get square root of 5.2142857. I'll just repeat that. 57, yeah, with the 1 here. Times 1 minus p. This is 1 minus 1 over 70, so 69 over 70. Right, so this is 1 minus 1 over 70. And so here again, I would plug this into a calculator. And you end up getting roughly square root of 5.13979591836735, if I did that right. And we end up with 2.2671118 for my sigma. And so, okay, so what are we now trying to solve? We're trying to figure out the probability that they forget pineapple 8 or more times. So we want to know the probability that 8 or more times that this happens. So I guess I'll write this as greater than or equal to 8. I did that wrong. So this is basically what we're trying to figure out, where this means forget pizza 8 or more times. Right? So that's what that means. And we said that we should be doing this in a normal approximation. So here, as always, I personally get a little confused as to what this should be. So what I normally do is I'll draw a little diagram. I pretend somewhere here is my 8. I don't know where this is. It doesn't matter. and I draw my little, like my little rectangle, and I say, okay, if this is 8, what am I trying to solve? I'm trying to do 8 or more. So basically, I want all of this, right? Since, I guess this line was bad, 8 or more. So I want all of this, right? And remember, since we want 8, we're going to be shifting this to the left a little in order to include this whole rectangle. So we're going to start off with 8 minus 1/2, right? Because we moved to the left a little in order to add the rest of the rectangle. So what is this? This is just the whole area, which is 1, minus this area. Sorry, other way around. It's minus this area, right? That's what this pink area plus the blue area gives me. So here really I should have 1 minus phi of, so where do I start? I start off with my 8 minus 1/2, and then I subtract my mu, and then I divide by sigma. At this point, it's just plugging in numbers. So 1 minus phi, we get 7.5 minus 5.2142857, and we repeat that. Divided by, what did we have for the thingy? We had 2.26711118. Plugging that into a nice calculator, we get 1.0082. Now you would have to use that appendix that I put on eClass, or you would use ztable.net, which is a resource that Mike had given us, to look up this value. And here we end up with 0.84375. So I grabbed this from ztable. As long as I did this right, apparently I'm bad at copying numbers. As long as that's the correct number, this should be right. And here you'll just end up getting 0.15625. Which is roughly 15.625%. So either of these are okay for eClass. That's what you would put into eClass. And then the rest of this you would put into CrowdMark so that I can see that you know what you're doing, so I can give you full credit for the thing, for the question. And that's it for this question. I will see you all for question 4 in the next video. See you then.